All right, so the lessons with Alex, although they were vastly different, they all had a similar itinerary in the way that we moved through the lesson. So Alex and I, we always started off with Alex hitting some shots. Alex would always tell me his thoughts and where his head is at over the golf ball. When he would hit a good shot, he'd tell me what feel good. And when he hit a poor shot, he'd tell me what feel off. And we would kind of validate those feelings and thoughts. And then once Alex hit a few more shots, we would stop and go over some checkpoints and make sure those checkpoints align with his goals, right? So Alex, he's a very focused and determined golfer. He's a little bit quieter. So I always made sure to be direct and to the point with Alex. He didn't really want a ton of messing around. He wanted the direct feedback. So Alex and I would always go over checkpoints that would help him hit that fade and get rid of that big miss. And we would make sure that his goals were always the first thing that we kept in mind. So once we went over these goals and where we needed him to be in his swing, we then implemented feels, right? So we would get Alex in the proper positions and I'd ask him what he felt, right? Alex is a very feel-oriented player. He doesn't like numbers. He doesn't like percentages. He wants to feel something. And we would incorporate feels based on what he felt in the proper positions. And then we would incorporate drills that helped him gain more of an understanding of the feel and the proper positioning. And once we did some of these drills, we would then go into a game at the end of the lesson, and we would work on that transfer practice. So that was the overview of the lesson. Of course, we always followed up with 3 major takeaways for Alex. And since Alex wanted to continue playing during these lessons, I always gave him 1 swing thought after each lesson, and no more. Because if Alex wanted to go out and play golf and I gave him more than 1 swing thought, he had no chance of playing and shooting his best scores. So Alex always left the lesson with major takeaways, and then on top of that, a course swing thought.